Hi, I'm Gail and welcome back to lowcarbrecipe.ideas.com. Today we're going to make a low-carb brownie bite. So we're going to have little tiny brownies in a muffin tin, just like the ones you buy in the store in the bag, but these ones are so much healthier. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make them. Now I have a pot of water boiling. I don't have a double boiler, so what I've done is I've taken two different size pots. So I'm going to set this pot inside with the water boiling just underneath of it. If you put it too full, you'll have water all over the place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a whole chocolate bar and I want to melt it. And what I've got here is an organic chocolate bar, and it's the dark chocolate. It's 100 grams, so we're going to use the whole thing. And I want this to melt. Then I'm going to put in a half a cup of coconut oil because we want it to melt also. And I'm going to let that melt just a little bit, and then I will add my xylitol. Now since it started melting, I'm going to add my xylitol, which is half a cup of powdered xylitol. So what I've done is I put it in my Ninja machine and I've put it, made it into powder so that it would dissolve easier and it works a lot easier. It's easier to work with. So we're just going to have this all melt, and then once it's all melted, we'll set it aside. It's all melted, so now I'm just going to set it aside off of the burner and let it cool down a little bit. I've let my chocolate cool down a little bit. So now I'm going to take and use pure almond extract, 1/4 of a teaspoon. Oh, that smells so delicious, almond. And now I have my 1 tablespoon of vanilla. So what I've got now is 2 eggs. I've beaten them, and I'm going to add them to the chocolate mixture. And that's why we need to cool it down a little bit, because we don't want the egg to cook, because that wouldn't make a very nice brownie. So it thickens it up quite a bit. I'm just going to set that aside. And I'm going to bring another bowl over, and I'm going to be putting 3/4 of a cup of almond meal or almond flour in there. Now this particular flour I did not grind up myself. They had a really good deal at Costco, so I bought a big bag of it, and it's lovely and fine, and it will do the trick. And then I've got a half a teaspoon of salt. So I'm just going to mix that up a little bit. Now we're going to take our chocolate mixture and we're going to put it into the bowl where the almond meal is. And let's mix it up. So we've got it mixed well. So now what we're going to do is I have a little mini muffin tins. So we're going to take and use a tablespoon, and I will start filling the muffin tins. And you can put them 3/4 full. Now I only have 12 in here, so I might have to make a double batch or whatever, because I don't have enough. And I picked this Betty Crocker Teflon tin up at the dollar store. It was $3, but it still was quite reasonable. So you could go shopping at the dollar store. It's amazing how much stuff you get there. So I'll continue filling these, and then we're going to put them in the oven at 350 for approximately, it's between 15 and 25 minutes. So one thing I forgot to tell you was that I used coconut oil and I greased the bottom of each of the muffin tins so that we make sure we can get them out. So we're going to put the timer on for 15 minutes to start, and we'll see what happens. Here are my low-carb chocolate mini brownies. They're really, really good. You can see how they look delicious. They smell delicious. Now, I'd like to introduce my husband, Keith. He is in the video today because I'm in induction right now, and I'm not allowed to have this, but boy, oh boy, it smells really good. So, I'm going to ask Keith to try one because I usually do it myself when we're having the video. So he's going to test it for me, and then I'll put him in the freezer, and he can't have them until I'm back on maintenance and I can have them again. So what do you think?
Delicious. Nice chocolate flavor with a little bit of nuts in there. Very good.
And the nuts is the almond meal, is what it is, the little chunks. But
good with ice cream.
I think it's a lot better than what you buy in the grocery store in the boxes or in the paper bags. Anyway, go to lowcarbrecipe.ideas.com, try this recipe and try other recipes that I have on my site, and leave some comments and tell me what you think. Also go to my Facebook page, Gail's Low Carb Recipe Ideas, and click like and help me get more people to see my site. You take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.